when he got notified the 7 saints arrived at the train station. He got in his car and started down the hill towards the city, driving past the seating horses in the dark and smiling. Not a blaze, not a star, not a sock on their hide, you hear me? And he got to SA only to find 7 youths smoking. He said we'll do this in 2 trips, who's coming first? And 4 of them hopped in with their cigarettes still burning. So what are your names, he asked, and they said Chiru, Chiru, Agatha and Agatha. So you're familiar with the local saints, he laughed, but they went, no sir, we don't know a thing about a thing, and he suspected them. He left the 4 of the dogs well watched and guarded, and drove down once more for the 3 remaining, who said their names were Alfio, Philadelphia, plus a 3rd Agatha. And so he told them about the horses and he told them of the mountain, but no thing did they disclose, no secrets would they let downhill nor uptown. Well, they spoke of 10,000 films or movies or moving pictures. And 700 books and radio plays and their favorite records. For 7 days they cooked and swam and held endless conversation, and the spy gave them some jobs to do whilst he carried on investigation. He camped in his unfinished house to let the saints sleep in the one below, and he joined them in their meals and in their insanities, but somehow no word or pasta bowl could help him make sense of the world's mysteries. So in the high nights he read e-books and watched Mark Wahlberg movies. He was unable to escape the wind of the 7 saints, like, for example, the fact that one of them is a monk undead. Hear me out on that. The story tells that Saint Cheetah was thrown off a mountaintop, probably because his faith is silent, just the way birds of prey hunt. Saint Philadelphia on his stern got burned alive by the villagers' hands, for he wouldn't keep his strap shut about the glory of the church. And poor Alfie was stoned to death right in the city square, most likely in response to his jokes about shit and ass. But the second Cheeto, he never died. He's a monk, he lives at the mountaintop, they say, and he drinks beers at the town bars all day. Of wine. For young men playing mere mortals, dead or alive. Well, the 3 Agatas, they were very different from one another, despite united by the Sicilian pastries for which their breasts are the namesake. The first Agatha, she was just like the story says, both her tits chopped away, and one evening she found in the bushes a newborn kitten that hadn't been breastfed. The second Agatha had just one tit, the other's been chopped but she kept it, and now she cooks it and recooks it for St. Alfio each day. But the third Agatha, how did she get away? For both her tits stayed in place while she smoked and smoked, and no pastries did she ever eat or make. And anyway, this spy's dogs thought it was all simply very strange that now 7 freaks walked about with baby cat for their saint. But they had to get used to it, and everyone's halos were winding more and more with every sip of wine and every absurd said laughing. Until finally, one afternoon, they asked the spy one question. It was, if he could choose 3 different liquids to come out of his fingers, what would these be? It was clear they had been discussing the matter all morning, and his answer was pretty boring. That day they left him with the kitten. Day the spy woke up and he felt something was different. Petrol, sperm and spirit bear pheromones coming out of his fingers.